Greetings, fellow humans. Bronco Juggalo and Bill is back with Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. This is the one with the whales in it.
Whales.
Also, this is my longtime favorite of the Star Trek movies. But is it anymore? I guess we'll have to keep going to find out.
Oh yeah, we'll find out.
This movie was also directed by Leonard Nimoy, who directed Star Trek 3, but this one has a much different tone. Where Star Trek 3 was the epic action film, this one is a little more of the adventure comedy.
Yeah, I would say so, because I laugh every time I watch this film.
An alien probe has found its way to Earth.
Probe.
Not that kind of probe.
Oh, we're not to that one yet.
Not yet. No, that's like part 7. Anyways, alien probe found its way to Earth, looking for a response to its signal. The crew of the Enterprise, even though the Enterprise is blown up, is on its way back in a bird of prey, and they realize that the signal that the probe is looking for is whale song. But whales have been extinct on Earth for quite a while, so they have to travel back in time and bring back some whales to save the Earth.
Yes, because, I don't know, that's kind of a weird plot.
They couldn't just release recordings of the whale song to the probe?
Yeah, you think there would be some, but why would they want to contact whales? It sounds like South Park and the whole, the cows in the first season and the aliens, and they're the only intelligent life on the planet is cows. I don't know.
All that being said, this is actually an incredibly well written script. Even though the plot of it sounds a bit unplausible.
Yeah.
The script is very well done. It's very funny. It's the perfect man out of box story. Man out of place,
Everybody out of place.
Yeah, it's really good as far as that goes. As we said, it's very humorous. And it was directed in such a way that just really accentuated the cast's ability to perform and maybe even improvise a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this movie is actually the conclusion of a trilogy. The trilogy started with The Wrath of Khan, and then Search for Spock, and now Voyage Home. This is a trilogy of events, all, that are contained within basically just a short time of one another.
Yes.
And
it's
I think
a story
that's
arc.
funny, seeing as how it's like a trilogy in the middle of the franchise.
Well, you can't really put the...
you
don't want the first film in that. No.
Now, this film was dedicated to the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger, which, of course, we all know blew up.
Kaboom.
And was not a very happy day for this nation. But,
To shreds, you say?
Yes. $26 million budget, $133 million in profit, and 4 Oscar nominations.
How many did they win?
I don't remember, but they got 4 nominations.
Hey, that's still good.
I don't think they won any, but they got 4 nominations.
And it's hard for sci-fi films to win any.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if Star Wars couldn't do it for Best Director, then what the fuck,
Well, unfortunately, they like to go with more artsy-fartsy films.
Yeah.
Not real entertainment.
And Shatner actually had his doubts about this one. He did not like the time travel story. But I guess he was kind of proven wrong, since this was basically widely considered at the time the best one of the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as I said, this has been my favorite for years. I've always loved this movie. It's really funny. I really enjoy it. So I have no cons for this film. What about you?
The only con I have for this film is the plot. It's kind of... Yeah. But if you just get past the whole this doesn't make sense, again, like you said...
It's a little far-fetched, but it works. They did it well. They
did
it right.
Yeah. They did it perfectly to make this insane plot work.
And, that actually brings me to my first pro. As I said, man out of place or fish out of water. For, yes, whales are not fish. I know that. But still.
They're mammals.
the saying still works in this case.
It does.
You know, I love the fish out of water story. I really love it. It's not just with Spock and Kirk, because that's really funny too, especially scenes on the bus.
Yeah.
Or when the guy calls him a dumbass and he's like, well, double dumbass to you, you know? But with Chekhov, looking for nuclear vessels.
Nuclear vessels.
Being a Russian person in the middle of the Cold War. You know, that's just too fucking
on the streets.
You know, that's just so fucking hilarious to me. And then, of course, you got, you know, Spock jumping in with the whales.
Yes.
And then telling the doctor that Gracie's pregnant and just, you know, and it's just so funny. And that actually brings me to another pro, and that's the comedy. I mean,
yes.
I know it's your turn, but it just kind of let it in there. So
no, that is a big pro for me as well, is just the comedy of this film worked. Mm-hmm. Like, when Chekhov and Uhura are trying to find what city was it there? What were they trying to find? They were asking people on the street.
No, that wasn't Pasadena. Oh fuck, I can't remember. I just forgot what it is. Wherever the naval base is, they're by San Diego. I just forgot what the fuck city was called.
But anyways, that scene is fucking hilarious because, and I hear that they actually were on the street asking people in San Diego.
That's too funny.
They didn't know they were being filmed, and they were just asking them, "Where's this at?" And one lady gave, I don't know, probably here, because the naval base is named after the location where it's at. Okay, my next pro for this is the set designs of the Klingon ship. This really looked like a vessel that had been through just regular war, you know? It's not clean like the Federation ships.
Yeah, it's been battled a few times.
Yeah, and I've always loved stuff like that, to where this looks like a warship.
I like that they spray painted a name on the side of it.
Yeah, that was awesome too, you know? Made it their own. But still, the set designs for the Klingon bird of prey, just fucking awesome. It looks gritty. It looks used. It looks like it's been through fucking hell and back.
And it's been passed down ever since.
Yep.
I'm going to kind of skim over the dialogue here, even though I love the dialogue because we kind of mentioned it with the comedy.
Yep.
I love the return of Player Kirk. I mean, he is like sweet talking this chick. He is like, hey, baby, you know, and all. He's just getting it in there, man.
Yeah.
He is Player Kirk all over again, doing whatever it takes. Kind of like James Bond, you know? Oh, the things I do for England, you know? Kirk's like, oh, the things I do for space, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't fuck anybody, but it's still like, I mean, he's trying to get that ass. You can tell.
Always. Always. All right. My next pro for this film is the dialogue. The dialogue is fucking amazing. Just little things, too. Like, Spock off the bus. What is this exact change?
Yeah.
Or fucking Scotty with the old computer. And he picks up the mouse. Computer? How quaint. Computer?
You know, I really thought that the tone of this movie being lighter was kind of refreshing. Don't get me wrong, I loved the last movie.
Okay.
And I loved the Wrath of Khan, but everything in those movies is very serious, very dark, kind of very angry. Kind of, there's some triumphant parts in the last movie because they're bringing Spock back, but it's all a very serious tone. And this one just, like, takes that serious tone and throws it out the window. And they just had some fucking fun.
They had a lot of fun.
There was no bad guy they were fighting. There was no, you know, nothing. Yeah, the Earth's in danger and
the bad guy,
you know, whatever. But it was like it's like the whole time trying to save the Earth was just funny.
The bad guy they were fighting was being out of place.
Yeah,
you know, that was the enemy of this whole film. Was they are just so out of place here. How do we accomplish this mission? Because things are so different from the time we live in to this old time.
And that's the theme that they've recurrently done in Star Trek over the years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with different movies, different shows, but this one was just really funny.
Yeah, this one nailed it. Right. My next pro for this film, we already touched on this a little bit, but I do love the scene of Spock swimming with the whales. Maybe they're singing to that man. What the fuck? Yeah, there he is. And even Kirk's like, what? Oh, no, you're not. Oh, fuck, you are.
The really funny part is how they think he's like a character out of like a kung fu movie or something. You know?
Well, he had the headband to hide his ears. That was perfect.
The big robe and all, yeah.
That was fucking perfect to hide his pointy ears, though.
You know, I've already talked about this, but the last thing I wrote down on there was just an example. I just can't get enough of Chekhov, the Russian, looking for
Nuclear vessels.
Nuclear vessels.
Vessels.
Yeah. In the middle of the Cold War. That to me is just so fucking funny.
It is. It's
and I know it's
awesome.
kind of, their commentary on it too. But I just loved it. Guys, did you have anything else?
No, this is just all around a great film. Yeah. Even though the plot, again, it's just unfeasible, but they made it fucking work.
Yeah. Guys, that's it for this one. We'll see you next time with part 5, which is what? Undiscovered Country? Or
no, that's 6.
Which one's 5?
Which one is 5?
Fuck, 5's the one I don't think I like. Yeah, 5's the one I'm not a big fan of. It's the one where they go in search of God. The one that Shatner directed.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that one yet, but maybe I'll like it better this time. We'll see. We'll join us next time for that, and I will say peace.
And this is Bill saying good night.
Live long and prosper.